Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. My name is Stonis, and this is another story coming up at you. It is, what day is it? It is the day that Marty McFly came back to the future in 1989. And guess what day it is? It is October 21st, 2015 when you're seeing this video. Unless you're seeing this in the future, then it's technically the past of the future. So, I don't know what is going on right now. My mind is so confused. Anyways, let's get right into this story. This is about the time that my buddy got high and scared the hell out of me and my best friend. Actually, it was my best friend's older brother. And this was the first time I was around anybody who got high. This was right around the time that I started smoking, but this scared the living hell out of me at the time. And this is before I started smoking. This is before my buddy started smoking. But anyways, I'm gonna just let you know what's going on. So this was a school night, and I was downtown with my best friend and his older brother, and we used to always go with his older brother in his car and drive around and hang out. This was within the first month of 9th grade, and I started smoking like a month after 9th grade, right after homecoming, and homecoming was right in October, and the school started in September. So this happened in the beginning, or somewhere in September after school started, anyways. And we were downtown. We were hanging in his car, and it was, what time was it? It was like 8 o'clock, and my mom was like, "Hey, be home in like a half an hour. You gotta be home in a half an hour because, I mean, it was 8 o'clock and it was a school night, and we were downtown, so you know, I gotta be home sometime." So yeah, no, we were chilling in the car, and I was like, "Okay, Mom, I'll be home like in an hour," and she was like, "Okay," and I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna drive out." I was making these so many excuses. I was like, we were actually chilling in his car doing hookah, and at the time I couldn't even do the hookah, or I was scared to tell my parents, and of course I didn't I didn't tell my parents that I did it. So we hooked up the hookah in Ryan's car, and he was like, "Hey, yo, I think I'm gonna go pick up some weed," and we were like, What are you gonna? You're gonna go pick up some weed? And we were confused because we never expected him to go do such a thing because he had never smoked before and we had never smoked before, and we were like, okay, whatever, sure, we'll be there to back you up in case anything happens. So, me and Sean bust out the hookah so we could do the hookah while he goes to do this thing in the back of the car while he's driving there. So yeah, we bust out the hookah. We're smoking the hookah. We're having a really, really good time. And yeah, this is where the bad stuff happens. We get to this place. In this trashy apartment building that our buddy took us to, and what happened was, we go here and we park, and our buddy goes up into the apartment, and he's in there for a straight half an hour, and me and my buddy were like, okay, let's get out of the car. So we get out of the car, and it's pouring out. It's pitch black out in this really, really trashy apartment building complex. And we're like hiding behind trees every time we see a car come up. We're like scared. We're really scared. We're not scared because we're pretty sure that we know his older brother is smoking up there. But we didn't know what was gonna happen, so we were just really, really curious at the time. You know, like we're just gotten out of school. We're super curious about everything and anything. So about a half an hour later, my parents freaking out. His parents freaking out. Well, his parents were really freaking out, but my parents were freaking out because it was like 9 something at this point, and we see him come down from the apartment complex with these 2 guys, and as a matter of fact, these 2 guys that he was buying from beat him up like 4 years before this, and we were like, what? Those kids, like, because we already knew the kids because he had told us the story a million times, and I was friends with them then. These kids beat him up, okay? And he was buying weed from them, okay? He comes down with a brownie in his hand, and he comes up to the car, and these kids come up to the car, and we're like, yo, guys, we're leaving, because these kids were sketch as balls, and we were afraid someone was going to get hurt. So yeah, we tell him to throw out the brownie, so he tosses it on the ground, and we're like, yo, what just happened? He was like, I just took 2 fat dabs, and we were like, what? You've never even smoked weed before and you're taking dabs? Dude, are you insane? I almost just said his name. That was really bad. Anyways, so yeah, we were like, oh, okay, alright, well, he looked like he was sketching balls. He looked so scared. And we had to drive back, and it was like 9:30 at night, and he could not drive for the life of him. This was the first time he ever smoked, and he took 2 dabs, and he ate like half a brownie, and she could not say anything. So he gets out of the car. He's like, all right, guys, I think I need to take a run. And we're like scared at this point. We're like, okay, how am I supposed to get home? All right, he's way too big to do anything. And she goes, okay, I'm going to go take a walk. So he starts running up and down the street right in front of us. Like super fast, up and down it, trying to like run it out of him, thinking that he can instantly, even though he just took 2 dabs and a half a brownie, which doesn't happen. So we ended up sitting there forever in the car, waiting, and then finally, we were like, dude, can you drive? And he was like, all right, I think I could drive. We pull up to the end of the road, or pull up to like the driveway to get into this apartment complex on the main road, and oh my gosh. And he's like, dude, I don't know if I could drive. I don't know if I could drive. And he gasses it across the street into the other side of the apartment complex, and we park. And he gets out of the car, and we're super scared. He gets out of the car, and he hides under this tree, and he's just laying there, cuddled up. And I still remember exactly what it looked like. I was bawling my ass out. I was so scared. I could feel like he was so scared, and it was definitely not a cool experience for him, because he was 19 at the time, you know? 19, smoking for the first time, and he's a really cool guy. It just sucked. It really sucked. So my buddy actually ended up calling his parents, saying that his brother had smoked, and they came and picked us up and dropped me off at home to make everything easier. So, you know, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story of the time that my buddy got high with us in the car on a school night. And if you did enjoy it, remember to leave a like down below. I'll see you guys later, and remember to subscribe as well if you want to see my videos. I have a bunch of nice other videos, some cool ones. Check them out on my channel, and yeah. So peace out, guys. See you in a couple days. Have a good time.